In this one, I'm going to show you how to create a website for your business this year from start to finish for very, very low cost. Actually, just $3 a month for web hosting, but everything else is free. We're going to get a free website builder, free templates that we can manage as well. And you'll see in about an hour, we can build a really great looking website that is actually going to benefit our businesses. So with WordPress and also all the free themes that you get with WordPress, you can make a website look exactly how you want. You can edit these so easily, and trust me, it's literally just drag and drop. You don't need to know any coding or anything like that. You can make all the changes that you want. You can add contact forms and blog posts and contact us and maps, absolutely everything. You can also put some great images and videos on there, and all of these themes are completely optimized for every option that your customers would use. So computer, iPad, even smartphones, they all just optimize and change depending on what your customers are using. So we're going to build this website in under an hour, literally from start to finish. And before we start, if you are a complete beginner, we have to go through the things that you actually need to start building a website. So the first is a domain name. That is an address for your website that people can go and actually access it. The second is WordPress. And this is the thing that we're going to use, the back end of your site where you manage it and put all the themes. And the third is web hosting. So this is essentially just a cloud database that stores your website, all the files and all the images. I personally use Bluehost, and I actually pay about $6 a month for my hosting. And that is a more expensive plan because I get unlimited websites with that. So I can use as many websites on that $6 a month. If you just have one website, it's actually under $3 a month for web hosting, which is a super good deal. And I'm an affiliate as well, so I do have a link in the description. If you want to use that, you can go through, get a free domain when you sign up for web hosting, even with the web hosting that costs under $3. There are tons of hosts out there. Bluehost isn't the only one, but I personally use them and I'm an affiliate. I like their service, so that's the one I'm going to use for this tutorial. Once you're on Bluehost, you'll see that you actually get a free domain for the first year and a free SSL certificate as well. And this is really great. One-click WordPress install, which is exactly what we want. You also get 24/7 support. You can call them or chat them. And as you can see, you get an introductory offer and a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. I think it's really great. So let's click Get Started and we'll go through the setup process. If you just want to try Bluehost out, you can actually just go for the basic at under $3 a month. You only get one website and up to 50 gigabytes of storage. That may be enough for you though, so you might want to go with that. You also get a domain included in that price, which is really great. I'm going to go for Choice Plus though, because you get unlimited websites, which means you can have loads of domains on the same hosting plan. You also get something really great, which is actually domain privacy. So that means all of your personal information that you put in won't be made available. And to be honest, it's literally no more at the current time that I'm looking at this. So Choice Plus for me is definitely the one I want to go for. So let's hit select on that. The next thing you'll have to do is type in a domain name that you want. And you can choose between either .com, .online, or lots of other things as well. So let's maybe try techzg.co and press next. Great, that's available. So I can use that domain for my website. And now we just have to put in our personal information here. This has to be correct for you. Now you can choose how long you want the account plan for. It chooses 36 months as a default. You can choose either 2 years or 1 year. I'm just going to go for 1 year right now. It's a little bit more expensive per month, but the plan in total is cheaper. You can then go down to the package extras and they've selected something for you here. You can just uncheck that. It's not really necessary. You get free domain privacy with this plan anyway, so you can just save that. Then you can scroll down and put in your credit card info in this box. Once you've done that, you can scroll down and you have to agree to Bluehost's terms. Also click this so you don't receive any spam emails and offers, and then you just hit submit. That's great. We now have a website and we have hosting as well. You can go through and create your account on Bluehost by pressing this button. You have to create a password here. Once you've done that, you can go down, click the terms and conditions agreement, and then create an account with Bluehost. Then we can go and log into the account using that information. Simply type the password that you just created. then click log in. What's great about Bluehost is that all you have to do is answer these questions and it'll set the site up for you. So right now we're going to just create a blog because that is what will be used with WordPress. We can then put this information in. It's not entirely necessary though, and creating the site for myself and continue. You can tell Bluehost this as well, but you don't really need to. You can skip this step if you want. You can then type the name of your site, which will be the thing that people see when they log onto it in a browser. You don't have to put a tagline, it's just not necessary. You can tell them how comfortable you are, but again, you don't need to. And then we can continue to the theme selection that we'll be using with WordPress. It's so easy to install WordPress with Bluehost. You can search for free themes or premium themes. Let's go free because there are so many good ones and we can see so many down here that we can choose from. We have the Astra theme or the Sinatra theme. Maybe if you have an outdoor type of company, you might like this. Or maybe if you're selling products, there are just so many to choose from. As you can see, almost 700 pages worth of amazing looking websites that you can customize with just a few clicks. I actually think this one looks really great. It's called Hestia. You can see just a big image there on the top and then some information down below. There are really so many themes, but we can actually just use this theme right now. Let's click on that. And you can see Bluehost is now installing WordPress on your site. This is going to be the thing that we use to build a great looking website. It really is so simple. And now we go to My Sites and we definitely want to log in with WordPress and we can get right into WordPress editing our website. And that's it. We're now in WordPress and we can change absolutely everything about the website that people will see when they come to our domain name. Really exciting, and there's so many things we can change. So if we wanted, we could go right ahead and just click on customize your site. And that would take us straight into the editor where we can just go through everything on that Hestia theme that we chose. Remember that when we were signing up with Bluehost. But I want to show you first some other things you can do. Maybe you want to look at other themes and there are some other options we can go through. So right now we're in the Bluehost login and there are certain things that they give us. So you can click on themes. So you can look at loads of different themes if you want. The thing you're going to notice here though, especially with the themes on Bluehost, is that they all cost money. They're like $60. And not saying that they're bad themes, you might want to have a look at them. If you think one is really right for your type of website, then certainly if you want to do that, go ahead and maybe buy one. But I also want to show you a way of looking for a ton of free themes as well, because I think they are just as good, especially if you're looking to build a simple website. So we can actually come to the left-hand side, come down and then click on appearance. And then there's a few different things here. As you can see, you've got background, premium themes, Hestia options. That is the theme that we're using at the moment that we installed when we went through the Bluehost login. But you can also just come to themes here and then you can search through loads of others. They're right here. So clicking on themes just takes us down to a few more. You can see Hestia that we've got right now. There's a couple of others that we can add. You can also go to add new themes. So we click on that one. That takes us through basically to even more. And obviously it thinks that we don't want Hestia anymore, so it's asking us some questions, but you don't have to do that. You can see there are loads of featured themes. So there are just so many. This one's really great if you've got a business and maybe you've got like a digital business with some plans that you want to put right on the front page. This is like a news website. So many really cool themes that you can get for free as well that you can find in here. You can also search here by premium or latest or popular. So there are definitely some options for you. If you want to search for themes or anything, you can click here. So maybe if you go online and you search in Google for a theme that you want, you can definitely search for it here. So if I just put Hestia in, it's going to come up with that Hestia theme that we've already got. And it's right there. You can see if you don't want, you can just X out. There are so many different themes, really good free ones as well. Also, something that you might want to do if you're really looking to just start afresh with a great theme and really set up your WordPress right is coming down here to plugins. You can see that there's actually a message on here right now. So if we go to installed plugins, when you sign up with any host, so this is Bluehost, but it works pretty much with anyone, no matter who you go for, they are going to install loads of plugins that come with your hosting. And to be honest, you don't really need them. They just kind of clutter up things and they keep sending you messages and it's kind of annoying. You see we have like an anti-spam here, which is in itself spam, and just some other things that may be useful for you, but you kind of have to think of these as like those apps that come pre-installed when you buy a smartphone, all of those apps that you're never going to use, but they have on there for some reason. Most of this just you don't really need. So you can actually just go through and just delete all of them. You can actually come up here to plugin, just select all, then go to bulk actions and click deactivate, press apply. That has now deactivated all of those plugins, and you can see the messages have gone from the left-hand side. You can actually just go to bulk editing all of them. You can just press delete as well. So that will get rid of all of those plugins. Don't worry, you can search for the plugins again, and we'll go through that in a second, but I just want to get rid of these to make everything fresh. So hit apply. You can also click on OK for that one. As you can see, it is deleting all of those plugins. So you've got a brand new fresh start with WordPress. We can then go and add a couple of plugins that I think are really great. So let's go to add new, and we can search for something called Beaver Builder. Let's type that in, Beaver Builder. Sounds kind of weird, but actually what it is basically a theme builder. It's gonna help you really build the website really simply and easily. There's a few different builders actually. You have Beaver Builder, you also have Gutenberg, and they are drag and drop editors that are going to help you build your site so easily. So we definitely want these here. You can install Beaver Builder if you want. So that is a website builder, but you're going to have to install some other themes as well. Like if you want a amazing selection of great themes overall. So you can actually come to this one, which is called Starter Templates. It has Elementor, Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, and Brizy templates. So you have all of the best website builders that are really easy to use, plus a load of starter templates that look really good. And you can see, I think this is one of the most active installations on the whole of WordPress. Pretty much everyone uses it. So we can come to install this because it's just got so much good stuff for us. So as you can see, that's installing now. We can then click on activate once that is installed. Great, so we do have a new plugin now, and this is the only one we have. So let's look at C Library because there are so many really cool features and themes that we can use with this. When we come through to here, you have an option of which site builder that you want to use. Elementor is really great. It's really simple. As I said, we also have Beaver Builder and Gutenberg, even Brizy. You can literally just choose all of these. Maybe you have one that you prefer over another. For this one, I'm going to choose Elementor. It is very easy to use in my opinion. The others are good too, but let's just choose this one, click on that, and then get into it. Once you've chosen your website builder, it will take you through to this page, and you don't have to stick with that builder. You can actually come up to here and you can change which website builder you're using. So yeah, we're going to be using Elementor on this one, but you can use Beaver Builder as well. That's more for drag and drop on the actual site. There's lots of different boxes and things. It's pretty cool to use. I'm going to have way more Beaver Builder tutorials. If you do want to see those, just go to some other videos on the channel using that one. We're going to use Elementor for now. Gutenberg is good as well for me. It is the WordPress own brand builder, if you want to call it that. So it's actually really simple. I do like that as well. Elementor is just a step up for me though. And you can actually see which themes work with which builder. So if you maybe go to Beaver Builder, it's going to change what themes are here because some themes don't work with every builder. Some themes do, but you can just choose them here. So that's that. And then we're going to go over to here and we're definitely going to choose free. We want the free themes because there's so many good free themes here that we can choose from. And also I'm just going to go to business because this is about building a website for your business. And I'm going to build basically a tattoo shop. So it's going to be like a tattoo artist with a shop. You're going to have a few tattoo artists bios in there and some information about the shop and the history. And this can be really replicated for pretty much any shop that has maybe some people that do that kind of work. So if we come down, we can see all of these different templates that are looking really good. This one is good. I quite like this one as well. It looks kind of modern, but for a tattoo shop, maybe not. If we come down here to actually this barber shop theme, this may work really well for a tattoo shop because they're kind of basically the same in the way they're set up. Yes, tattoos and haircuts aren't the same, but each of these shops will have I guess a couple of different tattoo artists or barbers, so you can have some bio pages. An about us page is probably good. That would work. Also contact. You're going to need a contact page and a gallery here. Well, for a barber, you can just show off haircuts, but for a tattoo shop, you can show off loads of different designs and tattoos that you've had. So that really works pretty well. And I think it can work for a lot of different businesses like this. You can preview the theme here. So this is basically the homepage right now we're looking at. And you can see there's some really cool images and there's also some cool text here. It's big and it's bold. There's a few links up here, which I think looks pretty good. An icon and logo coming to the About Us page. And then services, this is all on the homepage though. Pricing looks pretty good. You can also look at the About Us page to see what that's like. Looks pretty cool. It's got a dark theme with some good pictures. That would go really well with a tattoo shop. So once you're happy with your theme, you can definitely just come down to here and press import complete site. So if you press on that, it's gonna come up with this box. Then what I would recommend is just to hit this delete previously imported site, just in case you have any other sites in there or anything else. So when you sign up with Bluehost, yeah, you are gonna get that Hestia theme that we chose, but we're choosing a different one now. So everything is just deleted and you start afresh. So I'd recommend that and just hit import, and it is gonna take a couple of minutes to import all of the different themes and plugins and media as well. So just wait for this to get done. Great, that is all imported now and it's ready to go. So we can just hit view site. This is gonna take us to our site, and because of all of these editors, you can see them up here. We have edit with Elementor, we have customize, so we can do everything. Now, you might come across this error when you hit view site. This page doesn't seem to exist. You may come across this, but if you can see up here, the site, or the theme at least, is actually loaded. So you've got home, about, barbers, gallery. So we know that the theme's loaded, but for some reason there aren't any pages that exist. This is a common error. So I'm just gonna go through over how to actually fix this for now. So what we actually need to do is come through to customize. This is gonna load the Gutenberg editor, which is the WordPress editor. So it's right here on the left-hand side. And you can see it has loaded the site, but there are some issues. And if I actually go to home right now, you can see that it does load the home page, and that is exactly what we would want. It's loaded the home page, and this is exactly what we would want. So why didn't it load that firstly? Well, you have to come actually right all the way down here to homepage settings, and you need to make sure that your homepage displays a static page, and then you need to select the page that it points to. I'm gonna actually select home. So what's happening here is that you have a static page at your web domain. So you can see my domain is techzg.co. Whatever yours is, whatever your name is, that is the static page. The home page would actually be a separate page. It's /home or /main or whatever it is. But the static page is literally just your web domain without any pages or anything after that. So it would be techzg.co or maybe xyz.com. And if people type that in, then you have to choose a page for them to load. It could be the home page, it could be the gallery or the contact us page. Most people put their static page as the home page. This is your home page, and obviously you call it home for that reason. So you need to make sure that the home page does display the home page that you have created, which is this one right here. So now it does. So if anyone goes to my website, that should be on there. So I'm just gonna actually hit publish here and make sure that saves. That has saved. So if I now go to a new browser window and actually just type in techzg.co, which is the domain name, press OK. As you can see, no issues now. It goes straight to the main homepage because that is what we have linked it to right here. So that's really, really good to know. We can just come out of there, X out, because we've saved all of that. Go over to our site. You can see we can edit it with the WordPress customizer, or we can edit it with Elementor as well. And definitely let's try and edit with Elementor. So really what I want to change here is this logo. Definitely want to change that because I'm actually a tattoo shop and tattoo artists. So we want to change that. Home, about, barbers. This is quite good. These are your links. I think it looks really good, but there's a problem. Barbers, we need to change that to artists or tattooists or something. Gallery, that's simple. We can have all of our tattoos there. Contact is really great. About, we can keep. Home, this is home, but I need to change all of this text. I need it to really be suitable for a tattoo shop and a bunch of tattoo artists. All of this services, again, I think it's really great. It works really well, but we need to change the images. We need to change the text to make it suitable for us. You can also see these link boxes. I think they're really good. So you can see up here, there's a link box, read more. There's also right here, book an appointment. That would work really well for us. We wouldn't change that at all. Book an appointment would be great if we're a tattoo shop, but you maybe just wanna make sure that it links to the right place. So all of this we can edit really simply with Elementor. So let's just click that and it will come up with Elementor. You can see it loads. It looks a lot like the other editor for sure, but it's definitely different. So you have all of these boxes here, these kind of white lined boxes, and these are all places for actually everything to go. We can actually see what it looks like on mobile. That looks really cool, right? So it's like this kind of iPhone or smartphone there, so you can look to see what it looks like. I think that's really cool. Let's just do desktop for now to make it bigger. But all of this can be moved around. Each little bit can be selected with Elementor, and then you can change a lot of this, and it's just absolutely customizable. Everything we can change, all of the settings, basic settings here on the left hand side, global settings as well. That is a pro version if you want to pay for that, but you don't actually have to pay. A lot of things can be done with Elementor. So why don't we just edit some of the text for right now? So what you do when you want to edit anything is literally just click on it. And actually, if you click on text with Elementor, it's pretty easy. You can just edit it really simply. But a lot of these things can be moved around as well. So like this piece of text can actually be moved pretty easily if you drag this. So it says edit in a section. You can actually click and hold and drag it down, and anywhere that you can try and place it, so anywhere that sort of highlights blue, you can actually drag and drop it in. So I've changed that now to below. I don't really like that though. You can either go and move it back, or you can literally on your keyboard just press undo. So I'm on a Mac, so Command Z is undo, but whatever undo is for you, you can just do that just like you would in Microsoft Word. It would undo what you just did, like the undo button. I think that's pretty cool. You can also do edit undo from your desktop menu. So just like any other editor, really good. And the way that you actually edit text is just click on the text. You can highlight it here, or you can come to the left-hand side and actually change it here as well. So I'm just gonna put in literally world-class tattoos. I think that's fine for me. Tattoos, I think that works. You can see it's in bold when it's on the site by us, something like that. And then we're just gonna put the name of the tattoo shop. So Tops Tattoos. I think that looks good. And then moving down, you can change this for sure. So this is a quote icon. So you can change this with the edit button. It's right here. Now, you can either upload an SVS or a PNG file with basically a blank background and pretty much use any image that you want there. So if you have any image that you want, maybe you're gonna go to a designer, a graphic designer who's gonna maybe make some designs for your site or anything like that. You could put your logo there, but you can just really easily edit it here. There's actually an icon library. So let's click on icon library, and you can basically see loads of icons. So you can put any one of these here, maybe a radiation. Why don't we put radiation just for fun and just see what it looks like? So we have a radiation here. You can see it's so easy to change it really. You can just click on icon library straight away and it's literally right there. So it's pretty cool. Don't want that though. Why don't we just keep the radiation because it's silly and fun for this tutorial, but we're definitely gonna change this. Get the best tattoo of your life. Now you can see I pressed enter on the keyboard here, and actually in this editor right here, you might wonder what this is. This is actually, I think it's HTML. I used to write HTML code and I remember this. This BR stands for page break. And basically that just tells the system that there is a line break. Just like in Microsoft Word, you actually have to, when you're writing code, put this in. Not in this editor though. I literally just did it. So I press backspace there and that BR is gone. If I press enter on the keyboard, which would be like me coming down one line, you can see it just enters BR in here. So it's actually writing the code for you. It's really, really cool. Get the best tattoo of your life, only with us here, something like this. I mean, I'm not a poet or anything, but yeah, it looks pretty good. And we got rid of the quote thing. We've got a crazy nuclear sign, which is fine for me for now. I'm just gonna show you how to do this. So it looks pretty good actually. And you may want to add something in here. You can add other things. So if we just click that plus button on the left hand side, there's things you can add. You can add a video. That might look really cool. Like to add a video, it's actually lengthways as well. That might look really, really cool if you can do that. You can just add a heading or text. You can even add a massive button. So if you've got like book an appointment here, maybe you just want to get rid of this and put book an appointment right here. But let's actually just see what a video is. If we click on add video, you actually click drag, and yeah, let's just put that there. So we have a video there now. Now this is a YouTube video. So this is essentially linking to a YouTube video. You can see it doesn't really fit. I mean, it's kind of in there, but obviously it's going to be wide screen, doesn't really fit this. Maybe you can choose here. You can go to Vimeo or Dailymotion, even self-hosted. So if you have some videos that you want to put there, you've got them in a long format, you can literally link to them right there. People can then play them. So I'm going to get rid of this because I don't really think it looks that great in this example. So I'm just going to press undo on that as well. But you can really put anything. Put this button here, click here. Again, doesn't really go for this, so I'm just gonna press undo. I think it looks pretty good that really this is blank. So we're maybe gonna try and actually edit underneath some really cool looking images. But we've got Topps Tattoos here, a little tagline with this crazy icon, book an appointment. Let's click on that. And this is the image right here. Again, you can change the icon. I think this looks perfect for a link though, it really does. I think it would be cooler if I did that. So get inked, or maybe just one. That's a much better call to action. So people know, oh, okay, I'm going to book him for a tattoo. I'm going to click on this. You have the arrow there telling them you can change it all. You can actually just change everything in terms of the style. Maybe you want it there or in the middle. I think on the left-hand side is pretty good overall. And also what's really important is the link. So this is obviously a link box. It's something you're gonna click and it's gonna take you through to maybe the contact us page or maybe the booking page, whatever you want. This is the link. At the moment, it has a hashtag, which means that if someone clicks on this, it's not going anywhere. It's a dead link, it's not gonna go. So you need to put the link in here. How we do this is open a new page and come to your site. So you know that mine is techzg.co, and that should load the site, which it has done, so that's brilliant. Now, this is the home page, about us page, gallery page, contact us page. Well, maybe with get inked, where do we want that to go? I would say maybe the contact us page. Maybe it's only bookings that we accept by appointment, so we accept no walk-ins or something, whatever it is. We're gonna use the contact page in terms of booking, and we'll change this page later on in the tutorial. This is good though. So I'm going to copy this URL as it is. So just go up to the box at the top, copy the URL, come back here to the editor and basically highlight that and press Ctrl V or whatever it is on your system to copy and paste that link right into the box. So once we press update, this basically is a way to save all of your edits. So we can click update. That will update everything either in the draft that you're saving, or if you just press publish, that will go live to your site if it is live. That's great. Now we can actually probably see this. So if we go to home, should have our edits there because this is actually just a live page. I'm not doing a draft. World-class tattoos, Topps Tattoos, get the best tattoo of your life, and then get inked. Now, we know that this should go to the contact us page because we put that in here as the link, that page. So let's go back to the live site, press get inked, should go to the contact us page. There you see, go straight to that. So really simple, a good call to action for a website. If you are any sort of shop like this, where you do hair cutting or tattoos or whatever, yeah, really, really cool. You can just do that, and that is a good call to action right at the top of the site. So let's go back to Elementor and carry on actually editing this. So down to the about us. About is okay. Maybe we can put history, that's a bit better. So we can just edit it right there and put history. I think that is better for us. Perfect haircuts. The art of tattooing, I think, is pretty good. Double T double O, yeah. Then we can come down here and yeah, I guess I'm just going to change this bit. So you can actually just get rid of these if you like. I'm just going to change this to make it something a little bit more suitable overall. So this About Us section does now look good. It says our history, and you can see the theme on this site really is to keep the right-hand side really empty, and that's because they have some really cool images under there, but we are going to need to change these because they have nothing to do with tattooing. It's just going to look all wrong. As I said, with the right-hand side, because you have this white dotted line here, you can add media here. So you can actually add a image on top. So if you click on here, then you get this editor right here. We can actually drag and drop image here, and it comes up with an image that we can load up. The image size can be changed really, really easily. We'll probably go with custom. The tip is to not drag and drop any images here or here. It will just load the image in your browser, and if you haven't saved everything, it will load the image in your browser and get rid of the editing screen. So just a top tip there, don't actually try and drag and drop images in. You're gonna have to press choose image. It's then going to go through to this section, and we have a lot of images already here, the barber images that came with the theme. We don't want that though. What you can now do is actually drag and drop. So I have just a folder on my computer that has loads of really cool images to do with barbershops, and I actually got this from Pexels, which is a free image site. So if you want to go and check that out, definitely a good site to use. Totally free images, copyright free, which is really great. Good for this. And actually now you can drag and drop here in this uploader. So I'm going to drag and drop that image, and it should take a second to upload. Right, that's uploaded now, and just make sure that the maximum size of your images is 2500 pixels or less. So I had an issue, mine was too big, had to just resize it. So make sure you're not going over in terms of size or actually size of the file or physical resolution of the image. That's there. You can just press insert media and it's there now, but we definitely, need to change this. Does it look good? Does it look as good as the background images? Well, maybe. You can actually have a background image of anything you want. So maybe we just want black here and we want the image here. I don't think it looks too bad actually. It looks pretty good, but you can see really the image of the background that stays the same with the text rolling over it looks way better. You might prefer this style, and that's absolutely cool. So I'm just giving you the options of how to do it. So that's exactly it. Literally put it in here. You can also add captions as well if you like. You can even link up that image. So maybe you want to go to a custom URL, people can click on that image, or media file, sort of get this design or something like that. You can do that all here. So just to give you those options, and you can even go to style. You can actually change everything here. So you can go down to opacity, which is really cool, to actually change the opacity of the image. So maybe it blends into the background, or it goes 100% opacity, they call it 1. Lots of things that you can change here. Box shadow, if you want, you can change that. There's so many options, and I'm sure you can sort of work out what goes where. If you do something that you don't like, you can just undo it, press undo on your keyboard, and it's going to undo that. If you're happy with it, you can update. So for me, do I really want this here? Probably not. So I'm just going to go to delete here. I can press this option, just deletes the image. Then what I'm going to do is to actually get rid of the image box that we've put in here, because this now has an image box inside that is expecting an image. Just going to right click on this, then go to delete, and that will delete that section. We can then go and add anything we want in here. But what I want to do right now is just change the background images, because I think that will look really, really good. So let's change the top one first. Looks cool, but not for us. So right click anywhere on the screen, definitely not in these boxes. So where there isn't a box, right click, gonna have some different things here. Click edit section, then go to this side here, and we actually have to go to style, and it's not background, but it's actually background overlay. And yeah, look, that's our image right there that we're using for this background. So what we're gonna have to do is, well, you can just delete that to begin with if you want, just to see, and it goes to black. So that is the image that we want to put in there. So I guess it's kind of like a square. So we can just press choose image, or just press that box anywhere. And I think this one may actually look pretty good because she's kind of on the right hand side of the image. And yeah, let's just have a look to see if this one will fit. So we can press insert media there, and It looks pretty cool actually. And I think I kind of want to change where she is on the screen. Actually though, it kind of looks cool that you can't see her eyes maybe, because the focus is kind of on her tattoo and it's kind of leading you right to there. I think that looks quite cool actually. So we can have that. Can also do the position, so center or center left. That's really cool as well, but obviously the tattoo isn't in focus, maybe top right. We can have a look at that. Bottom left is gonna go to the bottom left. Now that looks pretty cool because then really you know it's a woman, it kind of looks like a woman, but the focus is all on the tattoos and the cool t-shirt, which definitely goes with our site style, I would say. So maybe we're gonna keep it like that. You can also come down and really change a lot of the styles. So maybe you don't want this as bright so that people can't see the actual text. You can turn it right down pretty much to 0. So that'll just go back to the black, or maybe turn it up. See, one's like kind of bright. So maybe you just want this to be kind of like here. That looks way cooler. It looks really cool, kind of dark theme. Tattoos definitely still standing out, so that looks really, really, really awesome. And then down to this one, our history. So again, if you want to change it, we just right click anywhere on the screen that isn't a text box, click edit section. We then come to the styles tab in that section. This is the background image. We don't want that. We want background overlay. You can see that image here. So let's replace that. So click on choose image. I can then come back to some images that I have on here. Maybe we want something different. This one looks pretty cool. Let's just see if this is a really big file. Yeah, it probably is. So I'm just gonna adjust the size on that one. That's fine. I'm gonna adjust the size to that so it's easier to upload. Gonna come back, I'm just gonna upload it onto here, drag and drop in there. Shouldn't take too long to upload. Yep, really, really quick. So press insert media, should work exactly the same way as it did before. This is really great as well because literally it is absolutely perfect in terms of the right-hand side for this site. This particular theme leaves the right-hand side blank because that's where some image of importance is. And we can see that's great for this with the tattoos there, and it's great for this with the tattoo artist concentrating on. And then again, all of these tattoos here, it's just great for this site. But also you can see maybe the text just can't really be read that well. So I would also come down to opacity here, turn it down a bit to make it a little bit darker and have that text stand out a bit. You could also go and just edit this text. Maybe I'm coming here, maybe press bold, just to make it bold and a little bit of a standout against the background. So you can change this just like I'm doing here. It's just like any editor. So come here, just press all and then bold. That kind of looks better. It makes it stand out a little bit more against that image, but it looks really cool and specific to our site because this is a tattoo shop. And of course, whatever your shop or business is, you could make this look like that as well. Now I just want to teach you how to do some other types of edits with Elementor. So the first one is really to just get rid of a section because I've got Top's tattoos here, which looks really great. And then down here I have our history. So they have services here for basically all of their different, haircuts and shaves and whatever. Tattoos, not so much, probably don't want this. So this is just a right click on here and delete section. Simple as that. I also want to show you how sections are put in. So click and hold on this. Then I'm going to scroll up and literally place it in here. So it's selected now. Now I'm going to let go of the mouse and it's actually above that other section. You can see I've placed it right there. That section is now below it. You can swap them around again. Click and hold on this. Make sure it's selected. Go up and then place it in there above. So that's going to load up really cool. So you can also move those around. That's really easy. I want to delete this though. So right click, delete, and that section is gone. So we're right down to pricing now. Do I want to kind of delete that as well? Yes, I do. I think I want basically the tattoo artists right here, and that's pretty much it. And the contact us and opening hours, yeah, that's cool as well. So up here, this pricing, definitely want to get rid of that. So click anywhere on the screen, right click, and then just press delete, and that is gone. And yeah, so we have our history, great. And then we have barbers. So I'm going to change this to artists because that's what we are. You can see all of these. I can add something in here as well. What do I want to add? Do I want to add maybe an image? Well, that's just way too small. Maybe you want to add some text. You can do that text editor. Just going to put the text editor in there. It's right there. You know, you can just go ahead and type anything you want in here. So that's really cool. Maybe you don't want that. Yeah, I'm just going to right click on that. I'm going to delete that section. I don't really need that. Again, you have that background image that looks really cool. So we're going to have to find a cool one to put in there. I think we can get rid of this. I don't really want this text. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Just click on that. Going to keep this. That's cool. That looks really good. I think this maybe is just a little bit of a big space. So yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of this as well. I do like minimalism, to be honest. So that's good. Artists, world's best tattoo artist. Good. Now we have to change these images. Click on this one. The image is right there. So let's choose image. We can then go back to this editor. Got all my images here. We have a really cool picture of a guy here and he's right here. So I'm going to drag and drop him in there. Shouldn't take too long to upload. So a much smaller file. You can play around with the file sizes and how high quality they are just to make sure you get the best quality for you. This is just to show you. That's really cool. Looks really good. And just again, changing it is so easy. It's all up here. Here's the title. So we can put anything here and you know, he is the founder. He is the founder and chief. And let's see if we can change any styles here again, just to make things look really cool. You know, can we maybe put a border on there? That's kind of rounded. So you can actually make it really rounded. Kind of looks better like a square though, I think. I really like the way it looks though. So I'm pretty much just going to keep this as it is. If you come down here to link, this is important as well, because pretty much if you've got artists, people are going to expect that these are link pages. So you're going to click on pretty much the image or anywhere on that box, and it's going to take you through to, you know, Miguel's bio that you want to go and see, you know, who's he tattooed before and everything. So just like we did with all of the others, whatever page you want it to link to, it's just right in here, and you can do that pretty easily overall. You can also just change where that is in the box as well. So you can change pretty much everything. Just another background image to put on there, probably of this guy. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. So again, drag and drop on there. So simple, wait for it to upload. That was really, really quick. Also, if you want to put some alt text in here for SEO, maybe you want to put some caption and descriptions in here, you can do that. So maybe if, you know, in Google, you have some images that you want searched, you can put all of the metadata in here if you want. I don't want to though, but you can do that if you want, and then press insert media. That is really awesome. Once more, I think we need to go to opacity, take the opacity down a little bit to make it really just the same with the rest of the site. So it looks kind of blended in, but just some awesome images behind the site. That is so modern, just looks so good to have text above it scrolling, and you have these awesome images. So what a great homepage. I actually don't have 4 tattoo artists, and you may not either, depending on what you're putting here. If you don't want this section, right click, and I do want to delete that. What's really cool is that it just basically makes those 3 bigger, which just fills up the space. So that's really, really good. And as we come down, this basically means it's the end of the site. Drag widget here. If you have any widgets, then we're going to put them in there, but we don't. So this is actually a footer for the website. And that means that, well, Elementor right now anyway, can't actually edit footers. So we have to come out of Elementor, go into the WordPress editor. But before we do that, let's just minimize this editor and see what our site looks like. Really, really cool. Have the pages here. We're going to get right onto editing pages in a second. Have our history, artists, looks great, and the footer. So we're going to edit the footer first, then we're going to edit these pages, the about, the barbers, we're going to change that, gallery and contact. So what we can do is come back to essentially WordPress itself and go to appearance and then go to header, footer and blocks. And what you'll see maybe if you upload this particular site anyway, is that there is a footer right here. And I want to get rid of this. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to go bulk actions, move to trash, click apply on that, and just get rid of that template footer from Elementor. For some reason, it comes up with this, that it can't edit this item or something. Anyway, that is in the trash now. If we come back to the Elementor website, or the website as it is, we come down to the bottom, that is not there anymore. You just get this pretty cool copyright 2020 and then the name of you, all rights reserved. That looks much better, and definitely don't want that. So that is how you get rid of that annoying footer. If you're ever in Elementor and you want to get rid of any footer that's there that you can't, that is how you do it. Right now, what we want to do is actually go and edit the about, barbers, and gallery. So what we want to do actually is come out of Elementor again, because you can't do everything in Elementor. It's really just for editing text and the way that images and all of the blocks are laid out. But this is really to do with the site and the backend in WordPress. So come back into WordPress, the backend where you edit everything, and you want to come down to appearance. So from the dashboard, wherever you come in, go to appearance, and then also go to menus. That's this one here, and this page is going to come up if you're using this particular editor and theme. And you've got home, about, barbers, gallery, and contact. That is exactly the order that they come in here. Really easy to edit these. You can drag and drop. So I want contact maybe just right of the home page. We can definitely do that. Save menu, and once that is saved, that should actually rearrange it on the home page. And there it is, contact is now right there. So you can put this exactly anywhere you want. So I think maybe about us is good. So you've got home, about, contact, and we definitely want to change this. Remember, this was barbers, so we're going to have to edit this. So we just come down to this drop down box, and we want to change that definitely to artists. That is what our tattoo artists are going to be called. Other than that, actually, I kind of like this. Why don't we get rid of the gallery though? So we just have the home, about, contact, and artists. That's really easy. If you click on the drop down box, you can literally just remove that part of the gallery section. So pretty easy. Let's just remove it, and it is gone straight away. So that menu is now changed. If we click save menu, that all goes through. When we refresh this, the gallery should be gone, and it should be rearranged once more. So we're just going to refresh the site. And yep, there you go. So the about is right here, contact and artists right there in the top menu. So that is how you actually edit menus. Come down to appearance and menus, and you can edit them here. Also, what's really cool, you might have seen, is you can do sub menus, which is pretty cool. So what will happen now is that the about is going to be a sub item within the home. So each theme does this differently. So let's have a look exactly how. There should be just an arrow or a drop down box from the home now. So the about should disappear, and there it is. Yeah, there's just a drop down box. So as you can see, that's a really easy drop down box, home, and then about right there. So really easy to do, just about in a sub menu from the home. I don't think I need that though. So really easy to change. You can just drag it out, put it right there, and then save menu, go back, and then that about section should be its own link, not a drop down within the home section. Yep, that's gone back. So that is really how you change the menu section up there. Pretty cool and really great that you can edit it so in depth. I really like the way that you can edit that. Really, all we have to do to finish off the site now is a logo, which we'll do last. And let's go to the about page and see what we need to edit on here. So we go back with edit with Elementor, because we're actually editing the site itself and the boxes rather than anything to do with the back end and WordPress. So back with Elementor. Now we can keep that about. I think that's very good. Let's go and change this. Tattoos. I think that's good enough. That looks really great. Who we are is also really good. We are the best tattoo shop in the world. If you ever want to search for a widget and you don't know what to put in, maybe you want a video or an image, you can actually just type it in the box here, image. And you don't just have to have an image, you can have an image box if you want, or a gallery, which would be like a carousel. Image carousel would also be great. There's tons of things you can put in for boxes. Why don't we just put an image in here, can go and upload it just like we do with all the other images in the site. We can just do exactly the same thing for every page. That looks really great, to be honest. Who we are. Services down here. I actually think we just don't need this. We can actually get rid of that. Want to delete this section entirely. We can do that. I think that looks good. Just who we are. You can add, the text in here. I think it's really great, and then we're happy with that one. So we're just going to update that. So we can come out of the Elementor editor there. We're now back into the site. That looks really great, doesn't it? Who we are. I think it looks really simple and amazing. Go through to the contact page. That's going to load it. Again, we just want to edit this with Elementor, which is really simple, and just get it down. I think this theme looks good enough anyway, not really to need to edit it that much. Certainly what you want to do is edit that background image. So it's exactly the same. Edit section. We're then going to go to style and background overlay and choose image. Just click on the text up here. So easy. It's exactly the same as the homepage. Get involved, contact, looks great. I'm going to get rid of these sections. I don't really like them that much, so I'm just going to X them away. Really don't like them. Also this one. I don't think we really need this either because it's kind of just not necessary. There's already contact us, and then we don't need that. So all of this can be taken away or just changed in any way that you want. We'll get back to you. I'm the block here, so we'll just change this. Unless you're a celeb, that's usually how it is. Really easy to change this. What's really cool is that you can see this here is an address here. You've got a telephone number and also a link for the email address as well. So that would actually, if someone clicks it, would go to their email client. This would ring. This maybe can go through to a map. You can actually add them really easily as well. Just click on this page. You can see you can add it again or duplicate it. So that's really, really easy. You can see these are links. Apply link on full width or inline. So that depending on which type of site that you're looking at, whether you're in PC or whether you're actually looking on a mobile, then they may change. You can have them default as a list or you can put them inline like that. I kind of like them as a list. You can add item really simply, and you can change the icon as well in the icon library. So many icons. All of these icons here come from the icon library. Put your link in right there. Super easy. I'm going to get rid of it though because I don't need to add. So yeah, you can just click on here. You can change the icon. You can also change the link. And remember, the link isn't there. You do need to put it in, but it is a link, just not going anywhere right now. That's such a simple and easy way to put all of your contact info in there. This right here, if anyone uses it, that will actually just send you a message to your WordPress. So in the WordPress back end, there are places that you can find messages. If someone sends you a message, that's going to be sent right to you. You can also set it up to send it to your email as well. Really simple, but in terms of the way the site looks, that looks awesome. Now we're going to click on this one, which is basically the map. So do we want to change this? No, we don't. This is part of the Elementor upgrade, so we're going to have to get rid of this one, but that's no biggie. We just get rid of that section. Contact us section is right there. Great header image. Really, really like that. So then let's just look at that. Really, really cool. We're done again. Let's go through to the artist page. And to be honest, we could populate this page, but really, well, there's not really much information on this page in this theme. So I think the homepage actually has some images of the artists that we have. And it's good to be a little bit mysterious sometimes. So maybe we don't want this page. Well, how do you get rid of a page? Exactly like we did before. Go back to the menus and the artists page. We can click on that box and then we'll just remove it. Then we save menu here. Then when we go back to the site itself, this basically should be gone. So what we're going to do is come out of this editor. We're just going to click home. And that should load up. Yep, so that's gone now. So home, about, and contact are the only pages that we can get from the menu. And well, we've done everything. We've done the home page, which looks really simple. We've done the about page and the contact page. So let's change that logo. Let's go into customize right here. So we're not editing with Elementor now. We're going to go to customize. We're then going to go to header and site identity, and we have the logo here. So let's change that logo. Just like everything, drag and drop in. I have a file here, so we're just going to upload that. Probably doesn't look that great because it's not really been made for the site, and it might not be a PNG, but we're going to crop the image. Yep, so it crops it for you. Going to crop it right there. That's good enough just for the tutorial. You also have to change it here as well, this retina logo. So we're going to change image there. Same image, choose image, and that should change it at the top. So as you can see, not really designed for this site. It's a bit big and kind of, there's no PNGs, so there's no background that's been taken off, there's no alpha, but just gives you an idea of the type of image that you can put up there. If you get someone to design it with a see-through background, it can actually look really, really cool. What else can you do in the normal editor, the WordPress editor? There are some things that you have to use this for. So Elementor is only good, as I said, for really putting images and changing text. So there's a few things you can do in the global editor. Blogs also, if you have a blog, then you can really just change how everything is laid out by dragging and dropping, just like everything else in WordPress. It is really, really simple. We can come out of there though. So there are a few things that you can change here. Sidebars, footers. If anything needs to be edited or can be edited, then you can also do that in this editor. Elementor can't do everything. There are some things that either you can't do or are limited, or it's just not made for. So a few things with this editor in the WordPress customize option, you might want to change. Global in terms of colors of the site. So base colors, that's really important. So right now when you click on something, basically a link is white and then it turns red. You can change that all here. So link hover color, maybe I want to change that to blue. I think that would be quite cool. Really easy, you can change it there. Heading color, background color, you can change all of that here. I think I quite like red anyway, so I think we're going to just have red as the color. I think it's pretty good. It literally saves instantly when you do this stuff. And remember, if you want to save everything, you do have to hit publish. That will save everything. Otherwise, if you click out, definitely won't save. You're gonna have some issues. What we can do though is look, how will the site look on iPad, for example? Just a little bit of a change there. Everything's put in. How will it look on mobile? Even different. You can see the logo definitely not suitable. It's just way too big, but you know, you can put a proper logo in there yourself and everything is squashed in. And if we go back out to PC, looks almost similar, just a little bit wider. I'm gonna go up here, come out of here. So these are those things that you can change. And what we're gonna do is come into the WordPress back end and just go through some little things that you might want to go through and change as well. We've got some forms here, WP forms. As I said, if anyone does send you something on here, like from your contact form, then it's gonna come here. You can edit this as well. It's right in here. But if you do get any messages, they're actually gonna come up here in messages. And that will be if you get maybe 10 or 20, there'll be some messages in here that people send to you. You can actually see them and reply to them right here. If you want to add any pages, you can add a new page. So let's click on that. This will then go to the add page, but we want to actually edit with Elementor. So we're going to press that and you can see Elementor comes back up again. What you can do now, just like the home page, just like the About Us page, you can just press plus right here, then come over to the widget bar and just put in anything you want. So maybe you want a page with a video, a YouTube video, just put the video in there. That will select the structure and it will upload a huge video in basically full screen. It looks so, so good. So maybe if you want a page that has a lot of videos of actually people getting tattoos, it's literally right here. You can then put the link to a YouTube video. These could be all YouTube videos. If we come out here again, so just press on this one and we're gonna go to the edit section again. You can see plus, we just plussed it right here. This is the plus menu. Maybe you want a text editor, so you can just put the text editor right in there and you can type exactly as you want. So with Elementor, you can build pages really easily. All you have to do is go to add a page, click Elementor, and then you're basically in the editor again. You can add more boxes, more and more boxes. Maybe you want this one that has 3. Maybe you want a plus again. You want like, how many is that? Like 7 or 8 or something. And if you want to delete them, you can do that. So you can build pages so easily by blocking down anything you want, down and down and down all the time. Just press the plus here and then you can drag and drop all of the different elements and widgets in there. Super easy. The name of this page is actually right here, Elementor 2482, and it's basically a post page. So it will add the page. So you can press publish on the page and it's pretty much going to look like this. So not the best. It's really easy to change the name of the page here. So hello, it will actually change on there. So you can actually publish this or you can actually save as a draft. Let's save it as a draft. If we then go back to the WordPress back end, you can see that hello, we named it hello, that page is actually now created. It's in Pages. So it's right there. You have all of the information for the page, the URL there, and you can do everything here. Maybe we'll just put it in the trash. So what we'll do here is come out of there and just press trash. That's it. It's absolutely gone. So that page is no more. We can just X out of there because we are not editing that page anymore. So that's how you add pages. Really easy. You can add as many as you want. And remember, if you want to put any pages into the menu bar at the top of the site, it's appearance and menus, and you can edit them really, really easily. Just search for the pages here, and anything that will come up, you can put right in here in the menu structure. All in all though, it's definitely not perfect, but you can see the home page, pages, menus, structures, all can be edited fairly easily, both with Elementor, also the WordPress customizer, and then in the back end, you can definitely change things. Also get more plugins if you want them, a lot more as well. But that's really the basics and a walkthrough of creating a site that looks pretty good and is ready to go in about an hour or so. So in about an hour or so, I literally completely changed that website, and you can do exactly the same with some images and some text. It's really easy. If you want to check out Bluehost for that hosting and get a free domain when you sign up, you can check out the link below. But other than that, all the best of luck with your website. If you have any questions, put them below. Check out the channel for more tutorials as well. That is it for this one though. If you're still watching, thank you for getting this far. Please thumbs up the video if you did like it, and I'll see you in the next one.